We're back with more My GM here in season 3 as we're on the road to Survivor Series. In our penultimate episode, we are first place with 5.3 million fans. We should be progressing to our next Hall of Fame trophy in this episode as we get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for a huge week. You see, ladies and gents, all of our major stars. You have Rey Mysterio, who is our only current 100 popularity superstar. Then you have Braun Breaker, Gigi Dolan, Tamina, Ronda Rousey, and company. Ladies and gentlemen, this roster has been excellent this season, leading us to our first place position. And ladies and gentlemen, some of you may want to know who is our top star in terms of win percentage in our roster's history so far, and it's Tamina, which may come to no surprise about how dominant she's been as our champion last season into this year. She's 29-7 overall, currently on a 2-match win streak, and arguably our worst overall is Trish Stratus. She's 1-10 overall on a loss streak of 2. And then you got Flint McStones, who's 5-15. Again, we've wanted to push this guy, but he hasn't been able to win. He's lost 5 in a row. So it's really fun looking at some of these stars. You can see their win-loss ratios and all for their lifetime on our roster. And some of them may be a little bit surprising, like Edge, 1-9 overall. It's fun to look at anyways and just see how some of these stars are doing overall. So heading into our first show for the road to Survivor Series in this penultimate episode of season 3, we have a few titles on the line. This continuing on, of course, our tag team feud, and Breaker and Wilde are just unstoppable, growing the feud to level 3, retaining the tag team championships. Triton with the call out over here, trying to get ready for an IC matchup. And then we got Tamina versus Sally Steamroller, and Tamina with the win grows the feud to level 2, 3.5-star matchup. Then we get a Flint McStones call out of our champ Montez Ford, trying to begin a feud there. Madcap Moss taking on Otis, and this will get the feud where we need it, level 4. Trish Stratus calling out JC Jane there. And in our main event for the Smackdown Women's Championship, Gigi Dolan defending against Asuka, and she retains the championship. A 4-star match, no feud develops. So as our first week comes and goes, we had a pretty solid show. The low was being the 3-star match here between Madcap Moss and Otis. Now we didn't, I don't think, had the maybe we had the most consistent show, but NXT sure did have a good main event, of course, with Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. Their stamina though is absolute dog water right now, but as it stands, end of the week, we gained 9,000 fans because we accidentally forgot to do all of our show booking and all that stuff in terms of arenas and promos and backstage stuff. All of that we forgot to do, so it's gonna hurt us a little bit. 12,000 for NXT, 20,000 for Raw, and 28,000 for WCW. So as it stands, we do get the veto champ card to block an opposing team from booking one of their champions in the next show we book it for. We're at 5.3 thousand fans, still first place as we have 5 out of 10 Hall of Fame trophies. And ladies and gents, Edge is ready to tear up his contract. He's upset, but I'm going to pay him the money. I don't want him leaving. That puts us in a bit of a bind, and Ronda Rousey ready for a matchup here. So we need to rest our male tag champs this week, and that'll give us a free booking for free advertising. So yeah, we're in a decent spot here. I'm looking at some of the cards we have around, and I want to purchase this Veto a Random Superstar. That gives us, I believe we have 2 of those cards now. And I want to go ahead, I want to use one on WCW for next week's show. So here we are for our second week. We are trying to get a feud going with Edge and Jey Uso. Rivalry matchup we're trying to get going, and it grows. Level 1, 3-star match to open up the show. Gigi Dolan calling out Asuka, going their feud to level 1. The women's tag titles on the line. Your champs, they retain Ronda Rousey and Aaliyah. Level 2 feud there, the 4-star match. Tamina calling out Steamroller, level 3 feud. Title on the line, IC champ Axiom defending and wins against Triton, 3.5-star matchup. And then Zelina calling out Dana Brooke, level 2 feud, as it leads to our main event. Montez Ford defending against Flint McStones for the championship, and Ford retains. 4-star match, level 2 feud. So as we look at the card and how we did, we had, I think, a poor opener with Jey Uso and Edge. But overall, it turned into a decent show. 3.5-star mid-card match, 2 4-star matches as well. You're getting the popularity up there from Flint McStone, now up to 81 popularity. Pretty good week. We get 17,000 fans. We get a profit, $52,000. NXT wins this overall so far. 21,000 fans for them, 15,000 for Raw. And WCW wins the week with 22.2 thousand fans. We do get the free advertising booking and we are still on top, almost at 5.4 million fans, getting closer to the Hall of Fame trophy. Next week is upon us. Here we go. Gigi Dolan, she wanted a match here in our hometown of Atlanta, and she takes a loss to Asuka, who's coming for the title level 2 feud. We get Montez Ford calling out here. All right, we get a tag team matchup. No titles on the line in this show. Rey Mysterio and Edge with the win over the champs. Level 4 feud grows there. Axiom with a call out over Triton for the IC title. We get Trish Stratus, JC Jane matchup. Trish with the dub. A disappointing 1.5 star match. Not good at all. Oh my gosh, 1.5 stars. That's horrific. Main event time though. Tamina with the win over Rich Steamroller. Level 4 feud. 3.5 star match. Not the greatest week. And as we look at the drama curve here, we didn't have a very good week. We didn't have one match go 4 stars or above. And we did have a stinker here. A 1.5 star matchup that was just very, very poor. Not very good at all. Their chemistry was awful, apparently. I don't know. It just didn't work out. As it stands, we gained 16,000 fans. We do get a nice profit of 229, but not what we want to see. 10,000 from NXT. Raw with 33,000. Wow. And WCW with 29,000. So we move up. We're at 5.4 million fans. I was hoping to be at 5.5 million by the end of this episode. That's still in sight, but we head to our go home show, Long Island, New York, and looks like Braun Breaker wants a rematch. I think we can make that work out. And Asuka says that she thinks it'd be fun to team up with Sally Steamroller, so I think we can make that happen as well. As the pay-per-view is next week, we're going to go ahead and use a veto champ card on WCW for next week's show. That's going to veto one of their opposing champions for the pay-per-view. And then we're also going to go ahead and use the veto a random star card for WCW as well, which will veto one of the random stars next week's show, hurting them at the pay-per-view for Survivor Series. So here we are for the go home show. We have that tag team action here. Asuka and Sally Steamroller taking on Gigi Dolan and Tamina, and they take down Asuka and Steamroller. That's a heck of a tag team if you ask me. Level 1 feud. We'll see if that can grow to something. Level 4 feud for the WWE Universal Championship. We'll see that defended in the next show. We have the IC title on the line here. Triton with the win, and he is your new IC champion. Level 2 feud. Triton, a new champ. Jey Uso getting the call out there on Edge. Trish Stratus, JC Jane, round 2. Let's see if it's any better at all. And we'll take a 3-star match. Level 2 feud. I'll take a 3-star match there. Queen Zelina. Level 4 feud there with her and Dana Brooke. And the main event is Rey Mysterio taking on Braun Breaker. And Breaker with the win grows a singles feud now. It's a 4-star match. And as we look at the card, that is more like it. We had only one match was under 4 stars, and that was of course Trish and JC Jane. Just haven't really done well together so far, but they've grown the feud at least. Everything else is, we're ready for a lot of feuds at level 4. Let's see how we did numbers wise here. 29,000 fans, $200,000 profit. NXT was horrible. They didn't even get 10,000 fans. Raw with 21,000, and WCW wins the week with 36,000 fans. We do get this Health Spa 3 card because we rested our women's tag champs, and we're at 5.44 million fans. As we get ready, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Survivor Series. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Survivor Series. Again, this is the lead up to the season 3 finale, next episode for WrestleMania. We need to have a huge send-off here. Here we go. Tag titles on the line. Can Edge and Rey finally do it? No! It's Breaker and Wild who retain and complete the rivalry. They have been unstoppable as champions in the tag team division. Axiom getting the call out there. Mid-card submission matchup, and it is Dolan with the win, completing the feud with her and Asuka. 4-star matchup. Jey Uso getting the call out there. Here we go. Mid-card match. Tamina and Sally Steamroller. Tamina continues her just complete dominance. 4-star match. Completes the rivalry. Trish with a little charity promo. Mid-card matchup. Here he is finally. Cody and KO haven't been doing a lot lately. KO completes the feud. It's only a 3-star match. Not very good. Jace Jane and Trish getting it going in for the Universal Championship in a backstage brawl. It is your champ, Montez Ford, taking on Flint McStones. Can it finally be a new champ? No, Montez retains, completes the feud in a 5-star match. He has been on a tear. And as we look here, you see the drama curve. We had one match that was under 4 stars. It was a 3-star mid-card with KO and Cody, who just didn't do what we hoped it could. It was not very good at all. But we did have the only 5-star match in the main event anyway. Of course, Raw had a 5-star opener. The Hell in a Cell with Shinsuke and Angel. That's actually pretty dang solid. But Angel with no stamina. I don't know how they did that match at all. But we had a pretty good show through and through. Let's see the numbers as we conclude it today. 158,000 fans game. That puts us over 5.5 million. We didn't make any profit, but I'm okay with that today. NXT with 96,000 fans. Raw with 92,000 fans. And WCW, who we used a couple veto cards on, they still over 111,000 fans. They do get a profit as well. So we gain a new MyGM Hall of Fame trophy for fans tier 2, and we end this episode first place, 6 Hall of Fame trophies, 5.666.708 million fans, ladies and gentlemen, as we're on the road to our season finale for season 3, getting ready for WrestleMania. Jey Uso's been a little bit upset. I'm going to keep him here. We're going to sound good. We're going to keep him here right now. Nikita Lyons, she was not happy to not be on the roster or on the show last week. And Otis, he wants a big payday. I'm not going to pay him. He's going to have to just go. So as we end the episode, we got a new shake up here, ladies and gents. All of your specialist superstars get +3 mic skill. I think that will be what we're going to use as we head in. We get ready for WrestleMania. All our specialist people will now get +3 on their mic. That is going to be big for us going forward. As ladies and gents, it's time. Season 3 finale. Can we make it a three-peat for Xavier Woods and the Smackdown brand? And can we pull in a couple more Hall of Fame trophies? We'll have to find out in the season 3 finale next episode.